Hi, this is Rita Root of Creative Artmosphere, and I want to start off by saying thank you for joining and clicking on the video. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Forgive the blurriness there, it'll work itself out in a minute. The camera's trying to figure out what to focus on. And I'd also like to extend an invitation for you to draw along with this video. Grab a piece of paper, a pen, pencil, a magic marker, whatever you have available, and draw along with the video. If it's moving along too fast, just pause it until you get to the point where you're catching up with the video. Take your time and learn the process of learning how to cartoon. So at the beginning of the video, you saw me draw one side of the jawbone and work my way down to the cheekbone, to the chin area, and then I mirrored the same thing on the opposite side of the face. It's much easier to mirror your steps, and I'll show you exactly that process once I get to it with drawing in the features of the face. Right now, I'm drawing in the shape of the hair. So right now, I'm adding in the outline of the hair. Jim Carrey has rather spiky hair. I kind of enjoy this process of putting in the little spike ends. Quite unique. So now I'm going to finish out by drawing in the opposite ear outlines, and you'll see me right here begin to draw in the eyebrow. And I'm looking at the distance to make sure I space them correctly. I haven't drawn any lines for guidelines, but I'm moving my hands in an imaginary way where if I drew lines, they would be there. I kind of went down the center of the face with my magic marker I didn't make a line, but it's an imaginary line to just get a feel for the distance between each feature. And as you see that mirroring that I was talking about earlier, I went and drew one eyebrow, and then I went to the opposite side and drew the other. Now I'm drawing the eyes, drawing the eyelid. It's much easier to mirror as you go along. Mirror your strokes as you go along. As I add the nose, I have to remind myself at times to complete each feature before I move on to something else. That's a very important part of the process, to complete each feature before you move on. And we're pretty much going down the home stretch now, drawing in the mouth. I want to take this time and read a little bit about Jim Carrey from Wikipedia. Jim Carrey, his name is actually James Eugene Carrey, born January 17th, 1962, is a Canadian-American actor, comedian, writer, and artist. He is known for his energetic slapstick performances. Carrey first gained recognition in America in 1990 after landing a recurring role in the sketch comedy television series In Living Color. That was a funny show, and Jim Carrey's roles on that television series was like unbelievably crazy. Now I've picked up my marker, my gray marker, to put in the shadowing. This is the pretty much finishing touches on the cartoon drawing. And I'm just mirroring what I see on the model picture that we have, the image. The more you practice, the more you'll be assured as to where you should put the shadow. Now, I put the shadow on the opposite side for some reason, not paying attention to the image that's before me. So it's very important to look at the image and mirror what you see for the shadowing. A lesson learned.
I want everybody to settle down because with us today is Fire Marshal Bill, and he's going to be teaching us about fire safety in the classroom, okay? Fire Marshal Bill!
Howdy, kids! I know what you're thinking. We're all perfectly safe in this classroom, right?
Right!
Wrong! Just about everything you see in here is a potential hazard.
There were so many cast members from that television comedy that went on to become stars in the industry. Jim Carrey, of course, but Keenan Ivory Wayans, Damon Wayans, Kim Wayans, Sean Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Lopez, Chris Rock, Kim Coles, just to name a few. Tommy Davidson, did I say his name? But yeah, amazing. I'm going to read a few quotes by Jim Carrey. Here's the first one. Jim says, "I really believe in the philosophy that you create your own universe. I'm just trying to create a good one for myself." And this cartoon drawing is pretty much done. I'm just adding in a few of the finishing details by coloring in the suit jacket there. And here's a second quote by Jim Carrey. Jim said, "I'm very serious about no alcohol, no drugs. Life is too beautiful." And at this point, I'm going to add a decorative frame around the picture, the cartoon. And I'm going to choose squiggly lines. My reasoning behind that is I didn't want to do anything straight and stiff for Jim Carrey's picture because his performances and his personality from where I remember him. Had so much movement. I had to give him a frame that depicted the same thing. Nothing ordinary and plain for this caricature of Jim Carrey, and it kind of fits with his personality in his performances. And this is the last and final quote that I'll read by Jim Carrey. Jim said that life opens up opportunities to you, and you either take them or you stay afraid of taking them. And along with the framework that shows movement, I thought it would only be fitting to have lettering that has movement in it as well. I truly enjoyed creating this artwork, this cartooning of Jim Carrey. And I hope you're having fun creating your art as well. That's the point of it all. I may have shared this story before, or I may not, but I took an interest in art as a young child, probably about 3 to 4 years old, somewhere in there. I saw one of my older cousins sitting at a table drawing. He was doing a drawing assignment for school, and of course I wasn't in school yet, and whenever my cousins came to the dining room table to do their homework, I'd always look and see what was going on. And this particular time I saw my cousin drawing, and I said, oh, I want to do that too. And he gave me a piece of paper and a pencil. My cousin Carl, that's his name. He gave me a pen or pencil and a piece of paper, and I began to doodle on the paper, and I got upset and I said, hey, I'm looking at his drawing, looking back at mine. I'm saying mine doesn't look like yours. How come I can't draw like that? So seeing how frustrated I was, he drew a few shapes for me, a few characters, and after a while, I got to the point where I was just bugging him so much. I said, can you draw me another one? Can you draw me another one? And so he just stopped and he said, well, the only way you're going to learn is to do it. You have to draw what you see. And from that point on, he never drew another shape for me. And in all my frustration, I practiced like he told me to do. And my little doodles began to look like something. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't at the dining room table that my doodles began to develop into characters. It was through the years, through consistency, through practice, through dedication. You can do anything you put your mind to, whether it's drawing. I don't know what it is, but you know what you truly like and want to do in life. And I say go for it. But more importantly, you have to say go for it.